So, if you've ever lived in Indiana, you may know that on a day like today, a primary day, bars are not allowed to serve alcohol until the polls have closed. And if you live in Georgia and you looked at our choices today in the primary, you may want to drink. So you realize there's a lot of sales tax revenue they're not getting, right? Um, so one thing that I think of voting is just a way that groups come together and make decisions. Does politics include voting? Yes, but other areas do too. And I got inspired by reading Ray Dalio's Principles, and Ray Dalio manages Bridgewater, the biggest hedge fund out there with over, I think, 4 trillion in assets under management, something like that. And he lost everything in the 80s, and he realized it was because, as the quote dictator CEO, making investment decisions shouldn't be up to one person. You should ideally aggregate the preferences, opinions, expertise of your entire organization. And that's what got him into this idea of, do we have an idea meritocracy? Do the best ideas win? Do you have a culture where disagreements can come together and get something better out in the end? So, as a researcher at the University of Tübingen and beyond, I researched game theory. This is like the mathematics of decisions or mathematics of cooperation and competition. It's where incentives meet environments and where they meet outcomes. And a strange offshoot of that happened. I taught at my alma mater, Brookstone School in Columbus, Georgia, and there created the first game theory course for high schoolers nationwide, to my knowledge. Now, what surprised me was that we got to a chapter on voting, and the students loved it. And I just, maybe because I'm into the kind of competition side, or who knows, it just really surprised me. But I think because high schoolers had just really never thought, like, wait, they're this age where they're about to start making decisions, right, on their own, and especially being able to legally vote. And oh God, what the adults do maybe could lead to bad outcomes, right? And we see this today. And we think about today in the state primary, about 17% of Georgians are out there voting today. Maybe some of you did. Maybe some of you made a better decision and came here. But it's strange that only that small percentage of our population is really making choices for the entire group. So to go to data, what do you do in data, right? You really are asking, what is the best representative of the data set? Now, if you said what number represents how many kids people have, right? A lot of people would say, well, the average family has 2.3 children. It's like, no, they don't. All right, no one has 0.3 of a child. All right, even if they go to Alabama and maybe you don't consider them fully a member of the family. But really, you want to ask a different kind of question. You're actually asking, is there a number that is a good common sense representation of what's in that underlying data? Sometimes it's the mode, sometimes it's the median, sometimes it's the mean or the weighted average, sometimes it's Michael. There we go. So we want to say, what is the best representation of the underlying data? And if you think about it, that's what voting does, right? What is the best option that would represent what a group wants to do? Now, this could be in politics, or it could also be in just anything. You know, everyone who's a shareholder of a company has to vote on who should be on the board. All right, or you may want to vote as a group. Where do we go for the office holiday party?